Hey guys, it's Lori. We're gonna make a fire hydrant today. It's gonna be for table decor for a birthday party that is dog themed. So I thought it would be cute to make a fire hydrant. And the best part about it is I'm gonna use it making pieces and parts that I didn't pay anything for. Well, that's not true. We have a dog bowl here that's going to be used as the base of the fire hydrant, and I did pay for this, but I've had it for a couple of years and just never used it. I have more than one of these, and this is just an extra one, so I'm going to use it for the fire hydrant. So these are from like some sort of a frozen meal. I don't know. I guess it had like a plastic film that you peel off, and I can feel where it was, but that's fine. They're really not good for much. So I'm gonna use this bowl. This is a container from pretzel rods that I peeled the label off of that. And inside here we have all sorts of lids and little things. I'll show you. So yeah, this is a canning lid that I'm gonna use. And just some random lids that I've saved. I'm not sure if I'll use them all, but I think I'm going to. There's this one, smaller one, couple of these that are the same size right here, and then these three lids here are from a spray can of carpet cleaner. Here's a big nut and some more random nuts that I had. There's one more thing, a plunger, the plunger part of the plunger without the handle on it. And of course I'm going to use my hot glue gun, just a tiny bit, because this is plastic and I don't want to melt this at all. But I'm gonna put it on its lowest setting right here and just use the tiniest dot as kind of an instant bond. And then I'm gonna use this cement right here, the multi-purpose cement. This stuff's really good. It dries clear, it's got a quick hold, and it's good for metal and plastic. So it should work for this, I hope. I really, really hope. Right here I have this Rust-Oleum satin finish apple red, and I think that'll be fine. It says it bonds to plastic, wood, metal, and more. So this should work really well for this project too. And I think I'm gonna paint everything first, to be honest. Give it a quick coat of some acrylic that I have. Just brush on kind of a sloppy coat, which I can do when I'm sitting here, and then I'll let that dry overnight and go out and spray paint everything after it's together, I think. I don't know. I'll have to make that decision as I go, but I think I'm gonna paint the inside of this too, just because I think it'll look better if I do when it's all finished. So let me show you how I'm gonna stack it up. I'm gonna be turning this upside down, and this is gonna sit on top of it. So I don't know how well you can see it at this angle, but it's gonna look pretty cool like this. Then this bowl is gonna go on top, and on top of that will be the plunger. So this is what we've got so far right here. Of course this is crooked, but you know, it's all going to be straight once I attach it. So I think this is going to be a really good base for it. And then these, along with one of these, I'm going to end up putting here on the sides, one on each side. Then yeah, then the front of it's going to look a little different with this. And I think I'm going to use this one. But anyway, you kind of get the idea, I think, as to what I'm doing here. On top, I'm gonna do this right here and put that bolt on it. So I think it's gonna look pretty cool like that. I think that looks like a pretty cool top for the fire hydrant. So, and this is how I was just kind of putting it all together. I was just finding bits and pieces and holding it up together and saying, okay, that looks good. I need something, you know, for this. So that's all I did. And you can kind of see there's a little bit of glue right here. This is this cement right here because it's not even. So I just did that to build it up so it would be even. That's all. So I'm going to go ahead and get some of this stuff prepped, and I'll show you step by step, but I'm not going to show you like everything that I'm painting. I'm not going to show you while I'm painting and stuff like that, but I'll show you the steps. All right, I gave everything like a quick coat just on the inside of these. I don't even know if I necessarily needed to do that. I just want everything to turn out to be about the same color when I spray paint it. So these were already red. I'm just gonna leave those like they are, because I mean they're pretty close to the same color as this anyway. But yeah, I just painted all these little things so that I'm hoping they're gonna cover better when I spray paint them, because I only have one can of spray paint and have already used a little bit out of it. But yeah, I just painted like a quick coat on the inside of this. I guess I painted the outside too, but anyway. Here's the plunger. I put a little coat on that too. Just light coats, just so that I could hopefully, like I said, have enough spray paint and not have to go out and buy another can. So yeah, okay, so I started assembling it and I think it's gonna look good. I have this part on, so I'm letting this glue dry. I have the cement, yeah, the multi-purpose cement on here, and yeah, the paint looks really crappy right now, but it'll all look fine once I get it spray painted. But I have a thing of fingernail polish here just to kind of hold this thing still. Got my rubber bands out because I put this thing together, and I'm kind of holding this down because hot glue won't work on this nut, on this metal. But I've got the cement on there, and I'm going to go ahead and put this one together now. Let's do that. Okay, and I left some spaces because I want to do some hot glue, because that'll be like an instant bond to hold it down until the cement dries. This is such a thin little rim on this thing. I'm trying not to get it so that it runs over the edge, you know, like I don't want it to ooze out a whole bunch. So that looks pretty good. Just hold that for a second until the glue sets, the hot glue. And I always have my baby wipes handy so I can wipe glue and stuff like that off of my fingers real quick. All right, now I'm gonna use this. I'm gonna use the cement, and I have a hot glue string on me. Oh, I hate those. And yes, I do have a whole bunch on there, but I filled the center with it, so it'll be fine. Yeah, that looks all right. So I just push that down, get it centered. See if I can squeeze any last drop out of this thing. Oh yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and open the new one. And I filled the center with it just because I think it'll look good that way. I think it'll look like there's like a bolt inside it. I don't know. Maybe not, but I don't want this thing falling off. So overkill, probably, but that's all right. I'm trying to make it so there's not like a funky thing sticking up. There we go. And put a rubber band on it to hold it down, hopefully. Okay, there we go. And I'm gonna let these dry overnight. This is gonna start to roll on me. But I'm gonna let all this glue dry overnight and then come back to it and finish putting the rest of it together. Here's what I have so far. I've got everything glued together, but the glue is still drying. You can see some of the glue around the edge right here. Still trying to wait for this glue to dry so I can get it all painted. I had to end up putting some rope around here because there are big gaps right here and I didn't like the gaps. So I just wrapped some rope around it, but this is what it's looking like so far. Like I said, it still needs that final coat of paint. This is still a little crooked, but yeah, I'm all right with that. So here it is so far. What do you think, guys? I think it's looking pretty good. I think I'm gonna do another coat of paint, but this is it. This is what it's looking like. What do you think, Chase?
I think it looks good.
Yeah.
Almost looks real.
Yeah, it kind of does look real, doesn't it? I think that plunger on the top does it. Does the trick.
You need one like that by the dog kennel so you can water your car.
Yeah.